Welcome, everyone. A little extra excitement for you tonight. It's the first game of, here we go, it's game one of the NBA Cup. This game will count both towards group play and the regular season standings.
Yeah, to win this thing, you probably have to win this first game. Advancing with a loss is possible, but then you have to win your final three in the Cup group stage. So this opener is huge.
And here's the starting group for the New York Knicks. MP is out there with Karl Anthony Towns. Then there's Jalen Brunson. Then it's Mikal Bridges. And it's Robinson in at the 5 down low. Vucevic. Oh, it's blocked. It deflects off the backboard. MP looking around. Takes the 3, and the three-pointer goes.
You see the foundation of a real long-range threat. Now MP just has to keep developing those skills.
Takes a 13-footer. Oh, MP with a block. Herter can't hit. And here's MP. He'll bring it up for the New York Knicks. It's a three-point game. They defeated Milwaukee in their last game.
And it's just so hard to stop them when they're scoring at that level. They were efficient and didn't let up at all.
Coaches love that kind of showing offensively, especially on the road.
Jones finds White. Vucevic, a screen on Bridges. Just 5 to shoot. Out left to the wing. Jones from outside. Nails it from 3.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
And here's MP from outside. And the Knicks, another 3.
Oh, so competitive. MP with the response 3. This guy is all about winning.
All right, we've now got our 2K insider, Shams Charania, on the line. He's got a special report. Shams, it's all yours.
Well, there was a bit of uncertainty over the summer about whether the Bulls would stick with Billy Donovan or not. He also received some interest from the Knicks, but that was cleared up when the organization chose to extend him on a multi-year deal. It cements his role with the team as they continue to build. Guys, the Bulls have committed to Billy Donovan for the long haul.
He knows his stuff. Shams, thank you. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
I caught up with head coach Billy Donovan. Coach talked about avoiding bumping Brunson on drives. He told me sometimes Jalen moves into defenders, and you can almost pull the chair if you remove yourself. Let him slip his momentum in a direction without allowing him to revert to shooting. We think it can make a difference. BA, back to you.
Thanks for that, Allie.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
There's a minute 59 left in the first quarter. On target from range.
And MP is in fuego right now. If I'm on his team, I'm going to keep feeding him and feeding him.
Inside. And it's Buzelis that time on the assist from White. Buzelis has got 6. And so Mike Brown decides to call a timeout. He's going to talk it over with his guys. Anunoby, he's checked in for New York. And while we have a break, here were some of the top free throw shooters in the game last season. 4th, Kobe White.
Very steady at the line. He's the guy who isn't rattled easily, and that shows in his free throw shooting numbers.
And here's MP from outside. It goes again. His 6th basket in 7 tries.
Yeah, he's in his bag from beyond the arc right now. You see his confidence.
And, of course, it helps space the floor, which gives this offense more room to operate.
Vucevic, a screen on Brunson. To the paint. Over to the wing. There's Herter with the 3. Knocks it down from distance.
Oh, he's got 1-4 to start the game. Looking to step it up.
Pass to MP. From outside the arc. And the Knicks, another 3.
A dozen consecutive points off of threes. This defense looks rattled.
Jones, the pass to Vucevic. Here's White. Chicago passing it around. Jones from outside. And it's rebounded by Karl Anthony Towns. MP outside. Fires from deep. Drops in the 3. MP's got 24 points.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
5-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Herter passes to White. pick by Vucevic. White against Towns from the high post. And it's New York with a rebound. And stolen by Herter. That shot is off. MP getting it done for New York. He put up a jaw-dropping number of three-pointers. An exceptional single-quarter performance. We'll be back in a moment. We welcome you back to second quarter action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. All right, guys, we've seen a confident-looking Knicks team out there.
Well, their offense is clicking so far, capturing the momentum here early on.
Credit the game plan coming in. They've identified some weaknesses, and they are exploiting them.
On the floor for New York, they've got Miles McBride. OG Anunoby out there with Josh Hart. Then it's MP, and it's Clarkson in a two-guard. And Williams punches it home.
And what an aggressive move to the rim. He's really trying to fire up his teammates right now.
Boy, it's not hard to feel inspired after a teammate makes that kind of finish.
And that could be the spark they needed to make a little run as they try to even this thing up.
All 5 of the last buckets they've given up have been from downtown.
And really, the heartbeat of this Knicks team is Jalen Brunson, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., the lifeblood, both on the court and his willingness to take less on his contract, giving them the leeway to enhance their talent. Now, that's how you use the screen right there.
And it leads to a thunderous finish. That was nice.
Yeah, you like the pick to set up the open shot. But when it leads to a dunk, okay, even better. You'll take it.
Looking at who's out there now for Chicago. Herter's checked in for Smith. White comes in for DeSumo. And it's Jones in for Carter. And a switch here also for New York. Bridges, he's checked in for Clarkson.
Look, they are in front right now because of him. He keeps draining these shots at a ridiculous clip.
Outside Herter. Back to Jones. Pass to Williams. Outside White. Shot clock at 6. Three-pointer. And it's MP with a rebound. MP's got his 5th rebound in this one. Shot from the low post is good. MP's got 35.
Keep riding that hot hand. He's been pretty much unstoppable.
Pass to Herter. Let's go with a 3. Hart pulls it in. Knicks leading by 19. Here's MP. And the layup is good. MP's got 37.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. They should continue to ride the hot hand.
And so Billy Donovan calls timeout. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. Ellis is checked in for Chicago. New York also changing it up. Towns comes in for Hart, and Brunson is subbed in for McBride. Pass to Herter. Here's Buzelis. Now White. He's guarded by Bridges. And as we start up the NBA Cup, let's explain to our viewers how the groups are formed.
Sure thing, B.A. First, you only play teams from your conference. The groups are drawn based off of last year's standings. So they try to keep it even in terms of quality of team.
The motor of Kobe White. Grant seems to be ready to run the entire game and then some.
Oh, totally, B.A. For someone who is quick and can jump and has a strong handle, he's got plenty of stamina. And as a guard, you trust Kobe will make those effort plays.
Nikola Vucevic is checked in for Chicago. The Bulls trail by 19. Herter can't hit.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
2 minutes.
And here's MP from outside. Knocks down the triple. MP's got 40 points.
Wow, their opponent is doing a tremendous job spacing the floor.
Here's Jones. And that one's good. That makes him 2 for 3.
And you like the balance here, not just falling in love with the 3-ball.
From deep, MP. And again for 3.
Another three for him. I'm not sure I've seen a better three-point shooting night.
Well, he's just pouring it on, and he's tied for the 5th most triples ever in a single game. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Well, Karl Anthony Towns is now familiar with the ethos of this Knicks team. He said they're gritty, they find...
Connects again from distance.
All game long, the threes have been pouring in for him. There is nothing stopping his shot.
And you know this is already a game he'll never forget. He's trying to make it a game the world never forgets. Vucevic in the post, covered by Towns.
Gotta applaud the defensive effort. It's not easy to stop him getting in the lane like that.
Transition basketball, the most reliable way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, when you hustle on the break like he does, good things tend to happen.
And it's out of bounds. Still Chicago's ball.
He had the right idea, just couldn't come up with the swipe.
And deflections, they're a stat that all teams track. They show who is the most active defensively.
New York making a switch here. Robinson's checked in. Down low. Here's Vucevic. And Vucevic slams it in.
Doing exactly what you expect. Vuce setting a solid screen that gets things going.
Pass to MP. Takes a three. Good! Another from three.
And with that made three, he now stands alone for 3rd most threes in a single game.
Boy, he's been locked in, and it's been lights out for him all game long. What a shooting performance.
He finds a shooter in motion and is confident he can thread him with the lead pass. Well done.
And so it's the New York Knicks. A huge 24-point lead for them. And they've been shooting the lights out from the arc. All those threes have this poised for a blowout. More 2K action in just a moment.
Fans, please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fan half-court shots. Give me a beat. They're measuring up the shot.
Good to see you and welcome. A lopsided game through 2 quarters and a big deficit for the Chicago Bulls.
They're getting lit up, not staying connected to the shooters, allowing too many good looks.
Yeah, and defensively, you got to fight over those screens better. And help has to come faster.
All right, fellas, let's now take a look at what's to come on the upcoming schedule.
Taking a look at New York.
Thanks for tuning in. Now it's time to head back over to Brian Anderson for the start of the 3rd quarter.
This second half of our Halloween broadcast going. Hey, you look at MP in this game, he's been everywhere.
Well, if he's hit threes like he did in the first half, he's going to have a monster night.
And let's see if the D adjusts, make life a little more difficult on him.
And so it's Brunson who brings up the ball for the New York Knicks. Richard, it's been a dry spell, connects again from distance.
The parade of threes has no end in sight. He just keeps knocking them down.
And that latest triple ties him for 2nd for most threes in a game. What a monster performance from deep it's been. Outside Herter. Unloads from 13. That's in. Coming off an assist from Jones. Jones has got 4 assists in the game. Here's Brunson. No points yet. MP outside. Bridges outside. Back to MP. From the arc. And again for 3.
And he's topped his own personal best. A new second-place mark for most single-game triples. He is never shy when it comes time to launch.
Not at all. Casting away and making a little history in the process. What a privilege to be here to witness this. He's as good as it gets from long distance.
I'll tell you what, they've rebounded the ball tremendously well. There you go, MP. Hammer it home, young fella.
And for the Bulls, they're shooting the rock well at 46%. MP against Herder. Can't connect from the right block. New York has gone 2 for 2 from deep here in the third. And it's good! He hits another one!
And it's 60 points again for him. Can't believe he's done it 3 times.
That's right. And now he's tied for the 3rd most 60-point games in a single campaign. White against Bridges. Picked by Vucevic. Here's White. And there's the slam! Dunk to finish it off.
And at 6'5", White can definitely get up and finish. He's got some sneaky athleticism.
From deep, MP. He buries it from 3.
Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks.
All right, Grant, can you talk about what Jalen Brunson has brought to the Knicks?
You know, B.A., he's made them relevant again. New York can be a demanding place to play with the expectations and the media. But he's taken the bull by the horns and had immediate success.
When you talk about Nikola Vucevic, a big man who continues to get it done at a high level, Richard.
Yeah, he is showing no signs of slowing down. Vooch scores, rebound, passes, and shoots it well from pretty much everywhere. I'd like to see him contend for a championship at some point in time in his career.
MP outside. The 3 is up. And the Knicks, another 3.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been 3s.
Outside Herder. Pass to White from behind the arc. And it's MP with a rebound. MP's got his 7th rebound here tonight.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
2 minutes.
Towns outside. Here's Brunson outside. Rebound by the Bulls. To the wing on the left. Now here's White. 1:41 left to play in the 3rd quarter here. Soft touch off the glass.
Aggressive on the interior. White takes the hit and completes the play.
And here's MP from outside. Yes, and a nice assist from Brunson.
As the deep shots continue to fall, you can sense the frustration growing among these defenders.
Now here's Jones. 5 points in the game. Herder gets the bucket.
You had to know that was coming. You just don't drain one on Herder's team without him coming for revenge.
From deep, MP. He got it again! Sensational!
3 points.
And he's been out of this world tonight. I mean, unreal on the offensive end.
Boy, the points just keep adding up. Close to the 4th most points ever in an NBA game. Back to White. Outside Jones for 3. It's rebounded by New York. MP's got his 8th rebound here tonight. There's 31 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. And the Knicks, another 3.
I mean, no comment, but this is just unreal.
Jones feels it out. There's 14 seconds left in the 3rd. Pass to White. And here's Herder. Clock at 6. Chicago passing it around. Jones from outside. He can't hit that time. Now a timeout called by New York.
And something fans don't always get to see. Some of the closely guarded secrets that happen in that huddle.
And we see it so often. One little tweak to the game plan and everything falls into place for a team.
And as we conclude the 3rd, pretty much a blowout here. It's been a one-sided affair. It's the Knicks running away with it. And time for a short break. Stay right there. The 4th quarter is coming up next. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. Zero chance to stop that.
That's an unguardable pass, flat out. Give him credit for possessing that type of vision.
Going with an almost entire new group here. Vucevic, he's checked in for Collins. Buzelis comes in for Smith. Herter's checked in for Williams. And it's Trey Jones in for Dosunmu. MP's checked in for New York. If you had to say, Richard, what's the most critical component for a team to play effective defense?
I would say being bought in. If players are bought in, you could overcome individual deficiencies.
On the court right now for the Knicks. Josh Hart is out there with OG Anunoby. Then it's MP, then it's Jordan Clarkson, and it's yet another bucket.
Unreal. He's got the 4th most points ever in an NBA game. This man is on another planet.
I mean, what can you say? One of the all-time great individual performances in league history.
When White gets going at full speed, it is tricky to get in front of this man.
For New York, they've gone 6 for 9 here in the 4th quarter. McBride passes to MP. Good. He hits again.
He has been simply unstoppable.
And he's now 3rd all-time for points in a game. 1 for the ages. To the inside.
2 minutes.
Pass to Buzelis.
2 minutes.
White on the wing. Anunoby covering. Out of bounds. It'll be New York's ball.
New York ball.
New York has gone 4 of 5 from beyond the arc here in the 4th. Here's Jones. And Chicago again with a bucket.
Rate of baskets assisted, it's a stat I really like. It tells the story of how well you are playing team offense.
Clarkson passes to Anunoby. And here's MP from outside. And again, New York with the triple.
MP works to refine his shooting mechanics every day, and it shows up in his game.
Outside Jones. Outside Herter. This one for 3. That's good. And it's Jones with the assist. Jones has got 6 assists now in the game.
And you can see how scary this team can be when everything is clicking for them.
And another one.
And he's nearing the single-game franchise scoring record.
Absolutely on fire. Already a night to remember and approaching some history.
And one move ahead of the defense. A solid pick.
And then the monster dunk to complete the play. Well done.
Well, great chemistry on display. He understood where to put the screen in order to free up his teammate.
Their strategy has been pretty simple here in the second half. Attack from three-point range.
And you see this so much more nowadays in the NBA. Teams putting a larger emphasis on jacking up threes.
It's nice they found their rhythm here, but the clock is just not their friend.
It's a shame, really. If they'd been playing like this last quarter, they might be in a different situation right now.
And here's MP from outside. Another one falls. Amazing.
Well, folks, he's now bested his own single-game record for points in a game with this simply incredible offensive explosion we watched unfold. Congrats to him for now holding down 2 of the top 3 spots all time.
And we get paid to sit here and watch this excellence? What a special experience indeed. The emotion, the effort. Good! Another from 3.
Oh, hot as a teak. And the only thing that can slow down his three-point onslaught, a break and play.
This crowd can do nothing but watch in awe. He has been spectacular.
What a special night. I feel blessed to have witnessed this. A new three-point record. Unreal.
Time called here. The Knicks decide to talk it over. They're up by 48. Your thoughts, guys?
And they're hoping to wrap this one up.
Also, we've seen some wild finishes in our time. You can't afford to lose focus for just 1 second.
And here's MP from... Oh, another one falls!
I'm in disbelief. He set a new all-time record for scoring in a single game.
a record that was for so long thought to be untouchable. He continues to amaze.
MP lays claim to one of sports' all-time records, passing the Will. Chamberlain's 100-point mark. I never thought I'd see the day.
And so it's the Knicks taking care of business in this one. And remember, tonight's win means they're 1-0 in the NBA Cup. A great start to the group stage.
Well, getting that first win under your belt is huge. They still have 3 games left, but they're in a great position going forward.
Now we send it over to Jennifer Quintana.
Thanks, guys. We've seen a lot of impressive performances from you, MP, but tonight you were in total control. Always 2-3 moves ahead. Looked like you were playing a video game. And you finished with the video game stat line crossing the 90-point mark, only for the second time in NBA history. What was different about tonight for you?
Oh, man. I approached this game the same way I approach everything in life. Only thing different was the shots kept falling for me, so I kept taking them. And you know what? I played with a bunch of unselfish dudes who kept feeding the hot hand tonight. It's a simple game, really, if you let it be.
Well, you got great spirit, MP. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Ryan, back to you.
As always, thank you, Jennifer. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Richard Jefferson, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson. Thank you for being with us. So long.